Okay, alright. Let's watch an animated McDonald's commercial. Humor me. And that's why I'm laughing. Come on, if you haven't worked at McDonald's yourself, you know somebody who has. Is this the story they tell you? Of course not. It's an adorable commercial. In English, this style of animation is called anime. Anime originated in Japan and it's about 100 years old. The biggest hallmark of this style is large eyes, but there are tons of anime that use realistic eyes or even solid black dots for eyes. Despite how widely varied anime styles can be, you can still usually look at an anime and say, that's an anime. What really sets anime apart from other cartoons is the method of storytelling. It draws more on emotion and feeling than it does on plot or goals. Sure, the characters often work towards a goal like saving the world, but it's the relationship between the characters that make the story. Even in this short commercial, you can see that. If this were an American commercial, it would show the employee training every day to become the manager, probably to solve some problem the employee has, like not having enough tuition money. The Western formula is problem, solution, whereas anime is about the flustered new employee and her interaction with the manager and the customers. It's about the characters. For that reason, there are lots of popular anime that are literally about people living their everyday, normal lives just like you and me. No magic powers, no monsters, no futuristic technology, just life. The McDonald's commercial is short, so it's actually animated more than a typical anime, but I can still use it to show you anime efficiency secrets. Anime tends to be very good at cutting down on character motion and putting the saved time into backgrounds and widely varied character designs. It's a style designed to allow hand-drawn frame-by-frame animation and still be able to make enough money to survive. First efficiency tip, camera panning. Don't animate anything, just pan along a nice background. Play music or character narration or off-screen dialogue. If somebody is talking, point the camera somewhere else so that you don't have to animate their mouth moving. Pointing the camera at somebody's reaction to the thing being said is pretty common. Only animate part of the character, everything else stays still. Crowd shots. Don't animate the crowd. Draw people frozen in place and only animate the character who's speaking, or only animate the main characters moving. This part of the commercial has a lot more animation than usual, but there's still periods where certain characters are just still, not moving. Tiny animations on the still characters give the illusion of action, and the commercial goes the extra step to animate the hands on this guy in the background. Normally he'd just be still. Extreme close-ups. The less of the character you have to animate, the better. The one thing the commercial does that anime tends not to do is reuse backgrounds. And anyway, reuse of this background is done on purpose, not to save time. The background gets reused here just to show a cycle of life, how people start in one role and move to the other. You'd think that considering everything else anime does to cut down on actual animation, they would reuse more backgrounds, but they don't. Even if half the episode takes place in the same classroom, they redraw it from different angles, positions, and perspectives. It's funny, I never really noticed that about the backgrounds until I put this episode together, but I can't really think of an anime where they kept reusing the same background. So, which do you think is worse, working at a fast food place or working as an animator in Japan? I hear the industry is cutthroat and stressful with really long hours. Then again, I hear that about everything in Japan. Well, this is a friendly episode, so I collected all the friendship art together. This one's me and Bluescar. Sometimes we have to part ways. I have a few pieces of art with Scribbles and Sinwolf together. Taking naps on dragons is always a good idea. Night Comet doesn't seem to mind. Yet. I actually do eat raw lemons. I had one yesterday. Is that a heart tattoo on Ravenblade Kitty's face, or is her fur just naturally like that? A bunch of me's and a bunch of styles together with Bumbleflow. And of course you start the episode with anime, so let's end the episode with anime. Hummingbird watching with Catty Matty and Danny Fox. And hurrah! You made it to the end of the episode. Good job, you finished what you started. I like that.